let's dive on into a deck, huh? So this deck doesn't have, I don't think any of the cards from the new card drop really slot into this archetype, but I do want to just kick the tires on old favorites to see how competitive they feel against new champions like Kench and Soraka, for instance. So this was a deck I really enjoyed last season. It's one of the few Runeterra decks you can find up on my website. So Twisted Fate here is a very powerful champion, 2/2 quick attack for 4. When you play him, you get to play a Destiny card of your choosing, and the Destiny cards either cantrip and give you a mana back, deal 1 damage to everything the opponent controls, or deal 2 damage to their strongest enemy and stun it. Along with Twisted Fate, we played Diana with a Nightfall package. Nightfall is a keyword that was introduced in the previous card drop that says this card gets a bonus if it's not the first card you've played in the round. And her Nightfall, giving her Challenger, pairs very well with Quick Attack because she basically gets to eat things that have low amounts of toughness or higher amounts of toughness if you pump her up as well. So I really love this deck as is an aggressively slanted mid-range deck. Both Twisted Fate and Diana can allow us to apply pressure when we need to race people, but they're also champions that allow us to control the board very elegantly. The rest of the deck is kind of a Nightfall package. We've got our Pale Cascades, easily one of the best combat tricks in the game right now. We've got Lenari Shadestalker as another thing to generate Nightfall. We've got some Lenari Dustbringers here at the bottom end of the curve. And then the other thing I love to point out that people always ask questions about is Messenger Sigil. So this is a card that doesn't see a ton of play, but I think it's actually very good in this archetype. And the reason why I love Messenger Sigil in this deck is because this is a card that lets us play Diana or Lenari Shadestalker with Nightfall on turn 2. So if we bank our spell mana on 1, we can Messenger Sigil to then play Diana with Nightfall or Shadestalker with Nightfall, which is very, very good. Gift Giver, for example, doesn't allow that because we can't bank a spell mana to then play 3 mana worth of units on 2. So we have 6 ways here between Duskbringer and Messenger Sigil to play Nightfall 2-drops with Nightfall on 2. So let's go ahead and dive on into some games here with this one and see how it feels. How's the sub-survey look so far? That's a good question. We're starting a video. If you are one of my wonderful Twitch subs, please take a second and fill out the sub survey that was emailed to you or linked in the subs Discord. That's going to dictate whether or not I continue to focus on Runeterra or go back to doing some Magic next month. So far it's looking like we're going to keep focusing on Runeterra. Did someone just say Boda? Thank you for the 28 months. Welcome back. Darius Thresh. I wonder if they're playing a Vaults deck with Darius. Thresh is kind of sweet with Vaults too. I think I'm going to mulligan all of these, looking for some cheaper Nightfall cards. I'm going to keep Mentor, because he pairs well with the cheap Nightfall card, if we find one.
They forced us to choose death or the blade.
The most expensive card in our deck is 4, so generally speaking, you want to wait to play Pool Shark until you're going to have at least 4 mana the following turn. That being said, Sniper Wire, thanks for the support. Welcome back. That being said, I could Pool Shark, and then if we draw a card we can't cast next turn, we could pick a card it back in. That's also not really very great. Do I want to Pale Cascade to keep this alive? I don't get to draw a card with it, but I kind of think that's okay, right? It deals 4 to them and it keeps my threat around. The Vile Feast here especially, along with Thresh as a champion, makes me think maybe my opponent's deck's a little more controlling. So keeping my threat in play and being a little bit more aggressive with it sounds appealing against a control deck.
Enter, traveler, and stop staring.
Let me just take this hit here. Yeah, I think the Vault, the Wraiths especially, I think they're like very likely on Wraiths. Or on Vaults. Pedal only reduces the cost of units, so you can't pedal into Pale Cascade there, unfortunately. And then this exchange is fine, because I'm going to get to red card to kill this. Ooh, thanks for the heads up, Kanzraid. I appreciate you.
Never lost a fair game. Or played one.
Update.
Who says I don't share?
Do I care about the fearsome? I think I'd rather kill this because they could play Vault this turn. And if they play Vault, I'd rather they not have the 4-drop. I mean, every deck that plays Twisted Fate essentially plays it for all parts of Twisted Fate, but this deck that we're playing does level Twisted Fate more consistently than a lot of other Twisted Fate decks do. Yeah, it should be loaded, Volpert. If it's not up on your screen, double check your ad blocker. Sometimes that interferes with some Twitch extensions. So I definitely want to play this with Nightfall so it gets elusive. The question is, do I want a Dusk Petal to do it, or do I want a Dusk Bringer? I just want a Dusk Bringer.
We were peaceful once.
Yeah, we're playing actual factual pick a card. I've got two copies of pick a card in the deck. Pick a card's very good in this archetype because pick a carding gems or Dusk Petals tends to be powerful. Do I want to keep this alive? I feel like the answer is I don't care.
Darkness hides in my path.
This is a great card to load gems up onto.
Mine is the hand of Noxus.
Alright, so they're tapped out. So how in do I want to go on Lunari Shadestalker? I feel like the answer is pretty in. I could also just try and level Twisted Fate here. That's probably better, right? So I can pick a card and draw 3 next turn, plus a 4th, plus Guiding Touch to heal and then level him. Yeah, I like that. All right, so let's pick a card, put the Mentor back into my deck. No, because I can play a bunch of gems out this turn. So this puts me to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards in hand. So next turn I'll draw 3 plus my 1 for the turn up to 10. Remember, if you go to draw past 10 in Runeterra, the cards just get obliterated and don't get played. Or don't get drawn. So we'll draw 3 fleeting cards from pick a card. And we'll draw 1 more. So you can't play gems inside of combat. You can only play them during your main phase.
None shall oppose me.
Okay, so this is why this deck is great. So we Guiding Touch here to level. And then I get to kill their board here almost. So I get to go ahead, I get to play 3 cards at burst speed. I get to go Bastion, my Twisted Fate, play a blue card, and then I get to... Yeah, my opponent's just conceding to level Twisted Fate with Bastion. Yeah, and then we're gonna play 2 more burst spells, which will stun their thing and deal 1 damage to everything else. Yeah. This deck, if you like leveling Twisted Fate, this deck is the best at leveling Twisted Fate and keeping him alive in the format right now, at least that I've played so far. There are a lot of commands on the channel. In fact, you could say there's a command for everything. Anivia. Hush. Hush is probably really good here, huh? Hopefully find a 2-drop Nightfall unit. Yeah, that was alright. Nice. Nice.
They forced us to choose death or the blade.
Death or the blade.
It's our time. A little luck for those who need it. The journey is difficult. These will protect you.
There is a very high chance my opponent is an Avalanche deck.
Free.
Although that play would imply they don't have it. I don't think I'm playing around it.
Gem of our divine patron. Embrace the night.
You can delete the Uro command. Mod cares about it.
Remember my words. Face your
Yeah, there's a lot of like time specific commands
These old
that are definitely easy to clean out. I should sit down and go through them at some point. I appreciate Quaddle taking care of the easy ones though.
We playing bilge rules, son?
night flowers upon my blade. The promise of a new moon upon you, Bloom Tender. Heed the path.
Ready the torches.
We'll do this now since it's fleeting.
Alert the village.
The spirit of winter awakens.
We'll see if they open on attacks here or not.
For my homeland! Rend the skies!
Deal me in.
Oh, because I'm dumb. The 2-1 was a free one. You're correct. The 2-1 was a free block. I missed it.
Moonlight guide me.
The game. Go on then.
Watch the ball, folks.
Can see the Demacian border from here.
That's a great draw.
No more lies.
Start by attacking with my quick attack units here.
Look out for reavers.
Ooh, that's a good one. Okay, so we pick a card here. Nice and
In
easy.
the eye.
And then this is gonna level next turn. Let's get him healed up.
A new era begins.
Looks like I'm on a hot streak.
Two for two on games leveling Twisted Fate.
Let's soar.
Okay, so we go Bastion here, which does this, and then we Hush this, and then this is doing 2 to everything, right? That's unfortunate. So I think we just block here and then let this happen. And then I can play this out and the gold card will kill this.
Trust your instincts.
Because I get priority after combat.
Who says I don't share?
Yes, the Destiny cards from Twisted Fate always play in order. So he always goes blue card, red card, gold card. I think I do this first because there's a chance they Ruination here. I kind of messed up my sequencing. I should have waited on the Bastion. Yeah, I could have saved Twisted Fate here if I had sequenced better.
Head in their tracks.
I will be reborn. Find your own light within the darkness.
Yours is a light I cherish, mean sister.
Excuse me, never didn't have it.
Turn back.
Runeterra is an easy game, etc., etc.
Here in your time of need.
Back at the table.
If I play this, do they have anything that could kill Twisted Fate here? They could have Grasp. They could have Grasp. I'm gonna cantrip a Dusk Petal.
Bloom.
Let's see what they
Fade
do.
in the morning.
Nice. Okay, so with that draw, I can beat, with this draw, we can beat a deal 3 here. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and salvage to get some damage on them and use my mana. Just like we drew it up.
So the moon is our
Jujugas
queen.
B,
The
thank
night,
you
our
for the
kingdom.
53 months of support. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. And that's perfect because this means I get to heal him back up next turn too. Perfect. Backup Twisted Fate is great.
We will resist.
Blue as the serpentine.
These draws are karma for us playing Vlad.
We will be free.
I think I just want to put my 2 cards on the table here, right? Think we just go Hush into Messenger Sigil here.
All that glitters.
Ever watchful.
You'll also note, talking about Messenger Sigil, there's now 15 cards in our deck. So, like... Wait. Does that matter? I was gonna get back a couple of Anivian, right? Yeah, that's real good for them.
Unseen, unheard, the new moon conceals you from our foes.
Gems are superb. Bad for the teeth, though.
Alert the village!
The Freljord's eternal guardian!
Celestial power.
I protect this place.
Hey, Dr. Rockvrovak? Dr. Krovac, I can read. Thank you for the 11 months. I appreciate it. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. Unfortunately, the red card happens. Yeah, maybe this attack is bad. That's lethal. Do I have lethal? So I can go, this is plus 5, and this is 6. So that's 10, 11. I look like I'm at least one short.
Who says I don't?
Yeah, I don't get to red card the eggs this way, which is unfortunate. Oh, you know what? What if I'm supposed to do the big brain play of letting my Twisted Fate die? Excuse me? What? Well. Oh, Diana was getting the extra attack damage, so I didn't think about that. It's been a hot second since we played with her. You're right. I missed 2 free points of damage. They must have another harrowing. Yes, they very likely have another harrowing. Yeah, I think I punted this and could have had lethal. I think the read that they have another harrowing is correct, and we're about to die. Yeah, so I messed up. I could have, if I take a more aggressive line last turn, we end up winning. That's fine, we punted. Each of the Anivias are gonna deal 2 when they attack there. So, that game's actually a really good example of why the score doesn't matter. Because, like, our deck was capable of winning that game. I missed the line, though, as a player. Nautilus Maokai. I'm gonna mulligan the Pale Cascade, keep the rest of these as an okay aggressive curve. Remember, we do not play Pool Shark on 1. Because the odds are we draw a fleeting card we can't play out. I think I just played this as a 2/2 quick attack to start beating down. I don't think I want to bump into that.
Blood and guts, golden glory.
What was the line we missed? Had I been more aggressive, do awful, I would have been able to kill them with Twisted Fate red card the following turn.
Set the hooks.
Speak, stars. Speak, I say.
So bad.
We playing bilge rules, son?
Ill met by moonlight.
Give us some room.
And this grants the buff permanently here, so she's up to a 4/4 now. Oh, my sequencing here is crap. So this heals them too. So if I would have put this last, they'd be at 19 right now. Because they would have healed up to 20 and then taken 1. Order matters there a lot. Pick a card. So probably just want to Twisted Fate and to pick a card this turn. Hopefully they like play a big creature. So we can just play this and gold card it. Yeah, this is pretty perfect.
I'm always up for a round or 2.
And then we'll pick a card, shuffle a Guiding Touch back in.
All that glitters.
And we'll get him working towards leveling up right away. So we'll only have 6 mana next turn, so hoping to draw a bunch of cheaper cards. Perfect. I think we open on attacks, because opening on attacks lets me pump Twisted Fate up to toughness right away with this before they can, like, play a Grasp to deal 1 to it, or Wail or Vile Feast this before I can get in. These both have quick attacks, so attacking into this seems fine. Twisted Fate's seen 4 of 8 cards already, so we could pull him as soon as next turn. It's a solid hit. How close to the deep are they? 26. They don't have Ruination mana up this turn. They know I need to play stuff out, though, because they know I have a bunch of fleeting cards. Maybe I should have done this proactively. I was kind of expecting them to chump, but I guess there are things valuable to them.
Unseen, unheard, the new moon conceals you from our foes.
Okay, and then I think we pick a card to level this, right? This deck is so good at leveling Twisted Fate. And like, this deck isn't the most competitive thing in the world, but you could definitely win games with it. And I think leveling Twisted Fate is just the most fun thing you can be doing in Runeterra. I thoroughly enjoy it. Huh? Oh, this is a Twisted Fate. Okay, so... Oh, wait, no, it's fleeting. Oh, I'm so dumb. Oh, I'm so dumb. Well, I threw this game away. Yep.
I'm a people person.
I was staring right at the green. I was like, oh, I want to kill this with the red card, and then we'll play this one next turn, but there won't be a next turn, chat.
Excuse me.
Well, that's okay. We're in a pretty aggressive spot. We can maybe run them down anyways.
Game. Go on then.
Mistakes were made.
The journey is different.
Yeah, we're like 3 games in a row having leveled Twisted Fate rock in. Oh, the fact that I just spewed this extra one probably means we're going down. Yes! No justice stream. All right, and this one's fleeting, so let's not mess that up again, huh? Listen, if you want to see someone make good plays or get punished when they make bad ones, I suggest any other stream than this one, okay? I was going to start by attacking with everything, I think.
Night descends.
Wow, level Twisted Fate doesn't play a Destiny card when you play him? Is this card even playable?
Eyes open.
Could have hushed the 1/4 to deal lethal there. Is that true? No, they'd be +2, right?
Night flowers upon my blade. The promise of a new moon upon you, Runeterra.
The Bastion buff made this deck good. It was fine before. The Bastion buff pushed it up over the top, though. Someone asked me earlier, what decks would I play in the 3-deck pick ban gauntlet? This would definitely be one of them. This would definitely be one of them. Love the play patterns in this one. Demacia with a Freljord splash, eh? I'm gonna mulligan the Gift Giver, Sigil into Diana Sound Stellar here. Small the Guiding Touch too, looking for a TF. Perfect. Pocket Aces in the opener kind of sucks, but... yeah, Messenger Sigil is really sweet. And like the good boys are like actually super reasonable in the mid to late game in a lot of matchups too. Who's a good boy? Yes, you are. Yes, you are. You get that bone, pupper. Ooh. Squawky. So, I passed to start there because in the event that my opponent had a better 2-drop they wanted to play out, like if they had like the Ramp 2-drop or the Behold a Dragon Get Challenger 2-drop, I wanted to be able to kill those with Diana. But once they play the Omen Hawk out, they can obviously no longer play either of those. Just gonna make spell mana here, I think. I think the Hush change was actually good for this deck that we're playing too. Like, this archetype rarely had the mana to do more with Hush. So the fact that it's just cheaper now is good for us.
Hold it, partner.
Yeah, I think Sigil's just good with Nightfall stuff. Yeah, Hush no longer copies itself, but it's just cheaper.
Careful.
What tidings from the sky?
End them.
Our light grows brighter.
It should still be a dragon towards her. Yeah. But she's gone now, so.
A game. Go on then.
Pretty in trouble if they have single combat, so they get to eat my Twisted Fate, but it is what it is. I think I'm holding on to this for now. I want the spell mana because I'm going to draw 2 cards this turn.
Tidings from the sky.
For justice, for Demacia.
Unseen, unheard.
Okay, so Twisted Fate's going to get to level up next turn. Do I just pass here in case they... Or do I take my hit for 2? I probably need to get my hit for 2 in. This gives them a chance to single combat if they have it, but they didn't have it last turn.
Dragon blood, Demacian heart.
Okay, so they didn't open attacks, so let's level Twisted Fate.
Looks like I'm on a hot streak.
And then let's Hush this. To keep Challenger off of it. And then let's do this. And then who do I want to pocket aces here to gold card them with? I think I want to pocket aces my elusive.
Come, a new phase awaits.
I could pocket aces the dog. I could gold card in combat, that's fair. Yeah, there's really not a reason to not wait, right?
I'm a people person.
That's a good one. That's a real good one. Alright, so I can put... I think I leave them their Shyvana, and I kill this. Because this has Challenger. It sucks that this regenerates. It's gonna, like, not care about the gold card it's about to take.
Something the matter? Where you going? Something the matter?
Hey, C4 RS, thank you for the entire year support. Let's get your sword to go with that shield. If you haven't already, please take a second to pop in the subs Discord or check your email and fill out the subscriber survey I sent out last night. I'd appreciate it. Yeah, maybe I'm just supposed to hold that Bastion there. Without the Twisted Fate, we're pretty far behind, and not protecting him was probably wrong.
Stay resolute.
We playing bilge rules, son?
The tall is a mountain and covered in ice.
Unseen.
The moon is our queen, the night her kingdom.
This deck seems fun. It is. Twisted Fate's just a real sweet card in general. Would I want to kill Shyvana? I think so, because otherwise she's going to make them a bunch of strafing strikes.
Cloaked in silver light.
Do I play that now? Probably not. I think I want to hold up Bastion, so we're more likely to kill her.
Face your heretic.
We might be able to punk them out with the Elusive Seer. Oh, take card is super punishing. That was definitely not a card I was playing around. I guess they're Freljord, and I probably should have been playing around, like, Troll Chant and stuff here. Yeah, I messed this game up a couple of ways.
Lunari will not live in fear.
This deck gives you a lot of choices, which gives you a lot of room to beat yourself up on occasion. Yeah, like, take card's kind of unexpected, but like, you know, Fury of the North, Troll Chant, Elixir, like, those are all things they could have had, and I should have played around that. Jinx Trade Band. Okay, mulligan everything but Dustbringer here. Looking for more cheap plays. Diana sounds lovely. Help us control the board a little bit, hopefully.
We were peaceful once.
It's Raven time. Does he do this?
I Pale Cascaded one of my elusive units, Morrow, and I could have Pale Cascaded Diana. So my Diana could have been +2 attack there. And then I would have also had Bastion as another pump. So I basically like I basically decided to try and get 2 damage to get greedy, and like there wasn't a guarantee that we were racing anyway, so it was like just wrong.
Dusk approaching.
I also foobarred that game earlier by not playing to protect my Twisted Fate. And if Twisted Fate had hung out, we're obviously in a better spot, because he just takes over games. So they have Draven, because they played Draven's biggest fan. Would I categorize this deck as a feel smart deck? Definitely. I play it because I enjoy feeling smart.
Game. Go on then.
Yeah, it's got a lot of lines.
Coming right up.
We're gonna draw an extra card that's fleeting next turn. 10's a little low. They are a Noxious deck. It's a good pickup.
Night flowers upon my blade. The promise of a new moon upon you, Bloom Tender.
Then we'll attack with everything here, since Pale Cascade lets us buff our stuff.
I cannot turn back.
Got an axe with your name on it.
Our light grows brighter.
If I get excited here. If I have to Pale Cascade again to kill their Draven, that means that I won't get to play the Guiding Touch that's fleeting, but that's fine. Taking Draven off the table is more important than getting value off this fleeting Guiding Touch. I'd be pretty happy if combat just resolves how it is right now, though. And then we get to Guiding Touch back up to 12.
Wanes. Cloaked in silver light.
I've had some medium plays today, Guard Great. That's resulted in fewer match wins overall than we'd otherwise have, but this is a deck we've played a number of times in the past. If you haven't checked out the Runeterra decks on my website's different than things like Swim's page or like the meta breakdown page on Mobalytics. My deck's not just a bunch of spike decks. It's decks that are a little bit off the beaten path that I've enjoyed playing despite the fact that they're off the beaten path. Open attack here is not going to be pretty for us, huh? We just did here. I think this is the first game we've played today where I haven't looked back and gone, oh, I could have done that better. Just got run down.
The Lunari will not live in fear.
Based on the data that we have from Mobalytics, do these Noxious aggro decks have bad matchups against any of these other established good decks? Or are they plus positive against everything? Like more than 50%?
These jewels are more than mere trinkets. No one's the wiser.
Yeah, I saw that list. Leaves look sweet. All the landmark designs in general seem really reasonable. Pretty happy with them overall. It was definitely on his Twitter, Tron.
In position. Protector,
We'll
shield
trade
me.
here, take 4. We played Vault with Darius the other day, and it felt pretty reasonable. It was my deck of the day pick.
Fortune favors the bold.
They're gonna open here and hit us for 7.
Love ya.
action. Let him think it's luck.
Think we're just gonna try and level Twisted Fate over 2 turns here? So we could pick a card and then level Twisted Fate next turn, assuming they can't kill him. The problem is they just, like, drop Gangplank here.
Instincts.
That's probably our out, though.
Stacking the odds.
My boat, my rules.
Looks like I'm on a hot streak.
Lock the doors. Who's gonna get in my way?
You're bluffing. Easy. You're bluffing.
And we get to go Sigil again into Hush. I do not leaves. It's been a while for that one.
Excuse me.
We were peaceful once.
Who's angry for action,
Yeah, I think we're unfortunately just gonna be dead again here. The theme of the day is definitely our decks can't beat Byron aggro. Blocking the 3-2 with Bastion. Oh, I guess Bastion would have stopped the love tap on him and then let him survive. That's probably marginally better. Yeah, I kind of expect the Noxious aggro decks are gonna get tagged in the next update. They're definitely real, like, every deck I play is definitely like, and part of that is aggro punishes new decks too, but like, even decks like this that I've been playing for a little bit, the hardest matchups are almost always consistently the Pirate aggro deck. That being said, I feel like we should probably, at a minimum, drag the curve down here. Maybe it's time for Pocket Aces to go. I mean, not really, Quaddle. Removing a toughness from this idiot. I don't think that was really, like, targeting. That was like Like, this hurt, like, the Bilgewater mid-range decks more than anything. I don't know. It's not up to the players to make good suggestions. It's not my job to balance the game. But I do think there's probably merit in adjusting what that is. I mean, the Pirate aggro deck's really good, right? It's good and it wins quickly. Like, players can and should play good decks. We can definitely make some adjustments here to hopefully make our deck a little bit better. Hired Gun, something I've considered in the past. Maybe this is worth fitting in. It's just a good rate card. Was Pirate aggro even playing Petty Officer before? I think maybe it was. Is it not playing it now? It almost feels like it got better without it, because they're playing more 1-drops, right? I might trim a Mentor of Stones here. He's pretty clunky in the aggro matchups. Unspeakable Horror is a Shadow Isles card. You think Rex is a bit on the strong side? How is that related to anything that we're talking about? Are there Rex decks people that are playing that are good that I missed? Yeah, like Rex is super fine. People that are upset with Rex, I think, are pretty unreasonable people. Rex is a super reasonable card, all things considered. I'm gonna mulligan looking for some of our Nightfall 2-drops. Yeah, Twisted Swain is fine, but, like, Rex is, like, far from a big quarter piece of that deck. Yeah. Yeah, like, the Pirate aggro decks, some of them have, like, a Rex at the top end, but, like, Rex isn't the reason why those Pirate decks are good. Yeah, I think Diana Nocturne's a super reasonable choice. We played that somewhat recently, too. It's got a lot of good tools. Nocturne in general is a good card. Fearsome's a pretty good keyword. Piltover Shadow Isles Vi. Probably... What's the word I'm thinking of? Probably a control deck. Yeah, exactly, Lambton. The Twisted Swain decks I've seen, you can't really afford to play Boat plus a bunch of Rexes because you just get run over.
Gems are superb. Bad for the teeth, though.
Bad for the teeth, though.
Find your own light within the darkness.
Yours is a light I cherish.
Rex spoils the speed of the pirate decks because of the speed of the cannon animation. Rough that these are guiding touches and not pale cascades. What should you play if you want to beat pirate aggro? I don't actually know the answer to that question. If anybody in chat has a recommendation on decks that are really good against pirate aggro, please offer them up. But I've not played anything and been like, this deck slam dunks pirate aggro. No, it's not Lab Rat. It gets run over. Like, the matchup's, like, unwinnable. That's not been my experience, Barry Pringles. The Tom Rocka deck is super clunky. I don't know, maybe the builds you're playing is different than builds other people have played, but all the builds I've played and, like, watched other people play, they just get devoured. Like, the Raka deck heals units, it doesn't heal itself.
Only a fool would enter battle unprepared.
Here comes the punchline!
Lunari, rise!
Tom Raka against Runeback Pirates. Yeah, that's been my experience both playing with and watching it. Avalanche decks feels bad. Okay. So like the Freljord Trundle control deck is somewhat popular. Maybe that has a good matchup against it. The Shadow Isles Freljord War Mother's deck. I can see that being okay there. Lead decks eat everything. That's not true. Lead decks tend to be mediocre against things that are playing Flash Freezes. I'm mulligan these, looking for an enabler for Diana here. Lee struggles against Fire Dagger. Yeah, I believe that. Like I've said a number of times on stream in recent memory, the Lee decks aren't too powerful. They just feel bad to play against. They feel like a lot of Magic the Gathering decks feel. Like, it's not that this is too good, it's just that it doesn't have a lot of counterplay and feels bad.
I cannot turn back!
Demobilize.
Shroud the world in wings! The summit's final trial!
I'm always up for a round or two.
Yeah, it's supposed to red. Oh yeah, I'm dumb. This is gonna break the spell shield anyway, so I should have red carded. I should have red carded because it would have killed this and done damage to them. That was just a mistake. Supposed to pick a card there, actually. Man, we could get,
A little luck.
we could get turn 6, Fury Insult here, huh? Well.
Let him think it's luck.
Who's on top of the bounty board today?
This is not the way.
Yeah, notably, if I would have chosen the right card with Twisted Fate's pick a card, we'd be fine here. Yeah, I picked the wrong thing with Twisted Fate. We're gonna die because of it.
Now this game's heating up.
This would have been a turn slower, and then this would have been a turn slower. Twisted Fate's got a strong back, but this is probably going to be a challenge even for him. Yeah, we played Ash Ketchum this morning. It was really good. Easy deck of the day. Can I kill Orient Soul this turn?
I've got your back.
I can kill Orient Soul this turn, right? So, I still have a red card and a gold card. Oh, does the barrier stop me? No, I have 2 gems, right? So I could give Pale Cascade, double gem. We just hope for the best here. If they have a single combat, I get blown out because they could fight.
Gotta trust your instincts.
Because they could fight something else and fury him up, but I just don't think I can play around that, right?
These gems grant a wearer harmony.
Can you challenge stunned units? I think so. Oh, and he's not going to be stunned, right? Because the gold card will pop the spell shield, and then this will pop the barrier, I think. Yeah, we're gonna end with the board like that. Yeah, we ended up on the 3rd Rhyme Tusk. I will update what's on Mobilytics after my stream finishes. The list we ended on will go in the video description. Oh, no! Oh, I can't gem again in response. Oh, we're so close. No, wait, this is fine, right? So this is gonna end on... Oh, no, because the barrier hasn't been broken yet. Man, remember that time I did red card and I gold carded instead? Alright, let's play one more with this and try and not kick ourselves in the butt. The Orient Soul wouldn't have happened on turn 6 if I had chosen the right Twisted Fate card. Why can't you gem in response? Because gems can't be played in response to things. Gems explicitly say they can't be played in response. They're a kind of weird, like, slow burst card. Nope, you understand burst. Yeah, burst can be played in response to things that don't use a stack, but gems explicitly have special wording. Well, this is not amazing, but it's what we've got. No, you can't, Drakari. Wait, can't be cast in combat or in response to a spell? Huh. Can they be played? Now I don't know, actually.
Flowers upon my blade.
Lunari, rise! Who's on top of the bounty board today?
What's an ability? Abilities that say, like, when you play this.
Time to make some coin.
They want to burn, like, a Pale Cascade or a Bastion to save their goat gear. I think that's fine for us.
Speak, stars. Speak, I say.
From a rate of gameplay perspective, I actually really prefer Runeterra stack to Magic stack. A big part of what makes Runeterra's games flow so quickly is because of how their priority system works. Having to click OK after each spell is real tedious and takes forever.
Cold and unforgiving as moonlight.
Hey, what's going on, Kipkins? This game's really, really well done overall. See any cool Vaults of Helia deck? Yeah, our deck of the day yesterday was a Vaults of Helia deck. You should check it out. So, I have to give up Bastion here, but I can Twisted Fate Gold card to kill Diana.
Dead in their tracks.
No.
Make it worth my while.
So that Bastion went away because it was a fleeting draw from Pull Shark. That happens on occasion.
The game. Go on then.
Watch the ball, folks.
Watch the ball, folks. They're all in on the goat, chat. The goat is coming for us. Do I give them extra gems to push damage here? I think so. I think we do this, make this vulnerable, and then hook it with a 1-2 and push a whole bunch of damage through.
Looks like trouble.
Puts them to 7. Twisted Fate still super far from leveling. We're going to draw one more card this turn. Yeah, I've done a bunch of expeditions, mostly off-stream, Volpert. I've recorded a couple, but yeah, I agree with you that I really like the limited Runeterra. The power level of limited decks in Runeterra is not that far off of constructed decks, the way the synergy-focused drafting works, and I really like it. Hey, Snuggle Butters, thanks for the brand new Prime support. I really appreciate that. Welcome to Oglandia. If you get a second, to join my Discord server, I'd appreciate if you pop in there and fill out my subscriber Discord, or my subscriber survey feedback. I appreciate the support. I think I'm gonna pass for now. They're definitely attacking, and if they give this Challenger and kill my Twisted Fate, I want to play another Twisted Fate rather than keep a card. Yeah, once we get a little further off from...
Got some fighting, yeah.
Once we get a little bit further off from the card release, maybe next week or the week after, we can fit some expeditions on stream.
Son of a...
Okay, well now they've used their attack, so let's go ahead and pick a card here. Try and get him leveled next turn. I will say, even though I've punted our way out of a number of games with this deck, I think we've leveled Twisted Fate in almost every game we've played for the last hour and a half. So, like, as far as, like, enjoyment of the afternoon goes playing this, I'm pretty high up there.
Looks like
This is basically what I want to do in Runeterra, is level Twisted Fate. He's great.
We were peaceful once.
is open.
Master yourself. Master your enemy.
Afternoon, Earthin.
Gems are superb. Bad for the teeth, though.
Who says I don't share?
Worth noting, does Nopify...
I will not hold back.
Does anybody know, does Nopify stop, does Nopify stop skills, or is that just Bastion?
I'll see this through.
Or just deny? I kind of want to attack with everything here, right?
Find your own light within the darkness.
Yours is a light I cherish, Moon Sister.
They're at 1 resource. So this is Challenger. This is Vulnerable. So I'll Challenger Lee Sin, do this here. We pump. So if I put this here and this here, they can block here and then they die? Alright, sweet. Good example of, like, we added Hired Gun in to help the aggro matchup a little bit, just because it, like, helps you control the board and has a good stat line for a 2-drop, but still a very reasonable card in the non-aggressive matchups as well. So yeah, let's do one more. I like this deck. We'll do one more and then we'll call it an afternoon. I plan to be back in about 5.5 hours to do some Baldur's Gate 3 tonight. Perfect! And Pirate aggro. Let's see if Hired Gun helps us out here. Shadow Rill, thank you for the 32 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Whole lot of nope in that hand. Make sure if you get a moment, Rill, please take a second and fill out the subscriber survey that was emailed out or in the subs Discord. Yeah, Baldur's Gate's been fun. How do you feel about the surfaces? I don't know what you're referring to when you say surfaces. Ugh, Mentor is really not good here. We cut down to just 2 of him, and there's both of them. You did this morning? Awesome. Thank you for taking the time to do that. Collected almost 100 more responses this afternoon. That's great. It's almost 800. I think I'm just playing this out as a naked 2-3.
Hard to get rich.
The Sun Children deny our light.
The higher percentage of responses than normal. No, it's about on par, Quaddle, but it's also been less than 24 hours, so. I think there's value in jamming Mentor and making a 4-5 here. Jamming Mentor is marginally worse against Make It Rain, though.
I'm one of the good guys, but not that.
Say your farewells.
I'm also not sure what time it is anymore. Fair. What is time but an illusion, anyways?
Fear not death.
love you.
Okay, so
We playing bilge rules, son?
I think we do this into this.
Unseen, unheard.
Ageless disintegrated. I offered to folks that I posted in my Discord that people could submit Mythgard decks for me to play, but there wasn't any interest in an Ageless, so I don't have enough time to like explore it of my own volition, but the community didn't seem particularly interested in it, so probably not. I think we're just passing here. There's really no reason to gem at advance rate. It's not terrible.
The game. Go on then.
Who's ready for a show?
Mother Moon veil me.
Jack is just so good. He's so much reach on such a big body.
Whatever the cost.
Sure about that?
Okay.
Worthy end.
Do I want to gem this up? Is there value in getting its life higher than 2 here? What is getting its life higher than 2 play around? It's taking 1 from her trigger. Maybe a lucky make it rain it plays around. Gangplank's not quite leveled yet. I'm gonna hold on to my gems for now. I'll play Dustbringer out and fast back.
Or the blade.
If they luck into a make it rain hitting this, I could like counter with Pale Cascade.
When we're done, I'm taking your
Could not agree more, Agile. I'm glad you're enjoying it too. It's been really great. Press a pick. There's someone that knows the data in and out. What, I mean, I don't think it's a problem if, like, there's a tiered aggro deck. Are there any decks in the Mobilytics data that have good matchups against this?
Must we fight?
There are not. Okay.
Wait a minute.
Ha. You know what? I think I punted here, and I should have gemmed. Oh, Misfortune's dealing 2 here. She is, isn't she? Shit. I forgot about the keg. Yeah, I should have gemmed.
You leave me no recourse.
Something the matter? Gems are superb. Bad for the teeth, though.
I could hush the keg, but I think I'd much rather hush their overwhelm unit here.
Find your own light within the darkness. Find your path in the dark and follow no false light.
You know, I wonder if some kind of Daybreak deck could be really good against Pirate aggro. The Daybreak package is really good against aggressive decks in general. All right, so this is 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I'm like this close to lethal here. I could Pale Cascade and try and hit it, yeah.
Our light grows brighter.
No.
I will be heard.
Death doesn't scare me.
Should I, like, have another gangplank and make us real sad? Did you just hit my face with that? That's so rude.
I am reborn.
Oh my god, it levels gangplank because they hit my face. Oh wait, no, we're good. Whew. He already had damage on it. It's a good thing they jacked that last turn. If they hadn't jacked that last turn, that would have been real bad for us. This game's real close at least. Probably gonna die, but what's our best draw here? Guiding Touch?
Never stop shooting.
No one's the wiser. Fate.
Fortune.
Nightfall aggro. Yeah, someone else mentioned that Nightfall aggro felt good in this matchup.
Victory at any cost.
Man, are we about to die? Is this decimate, chat? This is like 1000% decimate, right? Never not.
Charmed, I'm sure.
Never not. Everybody clench. Everybody clench.
Love ya.
Oh, I could have blocked with the 2-1 to not kill it. Oh, I completely forgot. Oh, that's such a good call. Ah, I forgot. Oh, we messed it up. No. Oh, chat. You found the line, chat. We were so close. Oh, that's such a good one. This wouldn't have killed it because of the misfortune trigger. Damn. That's fine. All right, we split games with Pirate Aggro for like just slightly better. And that's why, again, like, I feel like this set with this deck is such just a fantastic example of don't just ask the score of a deck, right? Like, if you go back and watch through this set here today, I think half or more of our losses, there was like one really important decision like that at the end or right before the end that I missed, and if we catch it, it's just a very different game. Yeah, exactly. Like, the game was a razor-thin margin. I had player agency and could have swung the game in my direction if I made a better decision. I don't know. I love this deck. We leveled Twisted Fate in almost every game that we played. Leveling Twisted Fate is love. Leveling Twisted Fate is life. He's pretty great. He plays his Destiny cards. I think I'm happy. I know we didn't draw the hired guns there, but I think dragging the curve down a touch and playing hired gun in here makes a lot of sense. And I'm going to update the variation of this list on my website with copies of hired gun in it, because I think those are a good swap. If you haven't checked out my website before, there's 5 Runeterra decks up there right now, I think. I think I'm going to add 1 or 2 more once I figure out exactly what I like from this expansion. If you missed Ash Kensham this morning, that's definitely going to be the deck of the day, and that's going to get published on my YouTube channel here in the next 10 minutes after I sign off. I am done for the afternoon. I'll be back tomorrow morning with some more Runeterra. I'll be back this evening with some Baldur's Gate 3 if you're into variety RPG stuff. Thanks everybody for hanging out this morning. Hope you're staying safe out there, everywhere out in the world. Peace, folks.